Welcome to our channel on near-death experiences, NDEs. We'll explore stories of people who've been on the brink between life and death, returning with new perspectives. These accounts offer a unique glimpse into existence, life's meaning, and the universe. Each video is a journey through transformative experiences and spiritual discovery. We're creating a space of understanding and sharing for these extraordinary stories. Whether you're here out of curiosity or seeking comfort, we hope to bring you peace and awareness. Join us on this journey of spiritual exploration. Every moment is an opportunity to grow and love. Thank you for being here with us.
In January 1998, George, a 40-year-old Harley rider, experienced a life-altering event that he aptly titled, "Almost to Heaven on My Harley." While riding his motorcycle, he was struck by a truck, resulting in a near-fatal accident. The severity of his injuries was staggering: 56 broken bones, a collapsed lung, a closed head injury, a broken jaw, missing teeth, and a lacerated tongue that caused him to drown in his own blood. George had to be revived 3 times during his life flight to a hospital in San Diego, where he remained in a coma for nearly 3 months. George's recollection of his time in the coma is vivid and extraordinary. He describes it not as a continuous state of unconsciousness, but rather as a series of comings and goings between 2 worlds. In his unconscious state, George found himself in what he refers to as the spirit world, specifically in the front courtyard of the hospital where his physical body lay. In this otherworldly space, George experienced a profound near-death experience, NDE. He felt as though he were waiting for news about a friend's condition, all the while knowing that the friend was, in fact, himself. Another figure was present in this liminal space, initially appearing as just another bystander but later revealing himself to be a divine presence, perhaps God or a celestial messenger. During his time in this spiritual realm, George engaged in deep introspection. He reflected on his life, past brushes with death, and friends who had died young. He compared his life to that of his father, who had passed away at the young age of 32 when George was only 8. These reflections led him to contemplate whether he wanted to live or die, as he seemed to have been granted a choice in the matter. On what felt like the 3rd day of his spiritual sojourn, the mysterious figure in the courtyard approached George and asked, "Well, George, what are you going to do?" It was at this moment that George realized he was in the presence of a divine being. Despite the temptation to move on, the thought of leaving behind his beloved 7-year-old daughter Kristen compelled him to choose life. He also received the unspoken assurance that he would recover, though the journey would be long and arduous. In this ethereal encounter, George communicated his desire to live and his intention to address his excessive drinking habits. Although he received no direct response about his alcohol consumption, the experience marked a turning point in his life. George's return to consciousness was dramatic and occurred during surgery. He surprised the medical team by accurately describing the procedure being performed on his right leg, despite being under anesthesia. This incident further convinced him of the reality of his NDE. As George began to regain consciousness more frequently, a pivotal moment occurred during a visit from his friend Richard. In an attempt to go outside for a cigarette, Richard wheeled George out to the front courtyard. It was then that George recognized the exact location where he had spent time during his NDE, confirming to him that his experience had been real and not merely a dream. The aftermath of George's NDE and his long recovery process brought about significant changes in his life. True to his intention expressed during the NDE, he abstained from alcohol completely for 2.5 years and subsequently adopted a more moderate approach to drinking. His relationship with his daughter Kristen strengthened, with her living with him part-time. George's physical recovery was extensive, involving 43 surgical procedures over 37 months. Despite the immense challenges, he maintained a positive outlook, looking forward to future milestones such as walking his daughter down the aisle at her wedding. In reflecting on his extraordinary experience, George draws a parallel to the lyrics of a song, acknowledging that while he could have missed the pain of his ordeal, he would have also missed the profound and transformative journey that his NDE and recovery represented. George's story, which he recounts with remarkable clarity and conviction, offers a unique perspective on the nature of consciousness, the power of personal choice in the face of death, and the potential for profound personal transformation following a near-death experience. His narrative challenges conventional understandings of coma states and provides a compelling account of the intersection between physical trauma and spiritual awakening.
If you enjoyed this video or you're interested in the topics we cover on this channel, I'd be really grateful if you could subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future content. Share the video with someone you think might appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. Preface. Near-death experiences, NDEs, can be profound, life-changing events. Remember, NDEs are subjective experiences, not proof of an afterlife or a guide for living. Channel purpose. This channel shares NDE stories and information, providing a platform for open discussion without promoting specific beliefs. Disclaimer. This content doesn't replace professional medical or psychological advice. If struggling with mental health issues, seek professional help immediately. If you've had an NDE and need support, consult a therapist experienced with NDEs. We don't promote suicide or self-harm. If considering suicide, contact a prevention lifeline immediately. Suicide prevention resources. National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-8255. Crisis text line, text HOME to 741741. Conclusion. We hope you find this channel informative. For questions, please contact us. Remember, suicide prevention is crucial. If you're struggling, seek help. You're not alone.